Owen, tell me something.
11-2.
Dahm, that's true.
I just think that 270 is bigger than .09.
Oh, welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most Truman Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the bomb.
Kaboom!
Owen Dahm. Welcome everybody back.
Yep.
Dahm, that's true. Episode number 245. Of course, Owen is talking about 11-2 since the Royals have dropped MJ Melendez down to AAA.
Dog!
Just happens to be they also dropped him right before they fucking played a terrible stretch of teams. That we're just gonna
Stretch. They've
ignore.
been mid, and we've kept them mid.
No.
They've all been around
There's
500.
only been one mid team. That was the Rays. The Rays were mid. The Rockies are bad. The Orioles are bad.
Well, the Orioles were 10-13 when we played them.
The Orioles were like 12-16 when we played them.
Then we beat them twice. Oh, did I tell you that Katie texted me after they won game one, and I said, I'll be back to see you, West Virginia Katie, because she lives in Baltimore.
Oh,
She's an Orioles fan.
I was like, what?
She's like, ha ha. And I'm like, I'll see you after game two. And then we won game two, and I texted her. And then we won game three, and I spammed her again.
No, we lost one of those games. We played in 3 games, and we
lost game one.
Oh. She texts. I gotcha. I'm all.
Which is why I replied to her game 2 and 3 when they weren't close.
We'll be seeing you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You better be careful if you get the BC in you with the bookmark. I've only not replied to one of those.
Oh, because you're saying that, right? You say that.
I say BC in you, then with the notepad.
Mm-hmm. It's fair.
Actually, only one of them was a push. The Colorado one, when he said Colorado's going to be good, and I said BC in you. And then K-State beat him. And then we finished with like the same record. I was like, huh. Well, they were actually kind of good. I was like, well, they were actually kind of good, but they weren't as good as you thought they were going to be.
And they also gave us a fucking run for our money in Colorado.
Yeah, they were good.
To be fair. But yeah, welcome everybody into Dahm That's True. Today we're talking Chiefs, we're talking Royals. Top five useless superpowers you can have. And the example I saw of this one was like, you always find a parking spot when you need it.
I don't know. That's kind of goated though.
Yeah, but that shows you the realm of superpowering that we're trying to hit in. So,
all right, I'm gonna start making that list as we enter.
Yeah,
the
that
show.
one's more of a thinker, so I won't blame you on that one. But today for the Chiefs and the Royals, we're doing a little something different. We are doing our over-under show. It's kind of an expectations show. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to go for the Chiefs and then the Royals, categories of what their stats were last year, and then we're going to pick whether the following season or this season for the Royals is going to be over or under that total. So for an example, we have, for the Chiefs over-unders, we have 7 categories. It's going to be passing yards, rushing yards, points scored, defensive yards allowed, points allowed, interceptions for, like by the defense, and then wins. This is what we're going to do the over-under on. And for the Royals, we're going to do over-under on runs scored, home runs hit, runs allowed, Bobby Witt WAR, and then just wins in general.
Okay, that's gonna be So
that's what we're looking at.
I've already made my
top
top 5, by the way.
Oh wow. Okay, all right, fair enough. Before we get too deep in the show, like Owen's already getting too deep into the show, make sure that if you're watching here on YouTube that you're liking, commenting, subscribing. Comment.
Excuse me. Watching on YouTube, you mean Spotify, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Watching on Spotify, listening on YouTube. Make sure you comment on either one what your useless superpower would be. Give me your one. Yeah, give me one that you'd like.
Honorable mention. I'll just throw one out there for free. You can fly, but only at 5 miles an hour.
Okay. I feel like there should be a limit on the height. Like you shouldn't be able to fly like that high.
Yeah, but if you fly 5 miles an hour, like what are you gonna do?
Right, because even if you want to fly all the way up, it's like
all you can do is really like reach stuff on top of shelves.
You
could elevator skip to the top of a building, but that's about it.
Honestly, it'd be nice like walking through because I bet it'd feel good. I bet it'd be like
you could float above traffic.
Yeah, you're like I'm kind of tired of walking. You could just float.
You have to only want to walk though.
Yeah, you do. It'd be a cool bar trick, honestly. I think a lot of these would just be cool bar tricks.
My list is not bar tricks, but you'll see.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right.
You'll see, they're pretty useless.
So yeah, make sure you're commenting your useless superpower that you'd enjoy.
And you know who anonymously does the top 5 every time? Our patrons over at patreon.com/open disaster. Shout out to Aaron, Joe, Dylan, Skylar, Ozzy, and Meltbox Kansas City. Open now in the Iron District. Truman,
now.
You went there like this weekend, didn't you?
Mm,
Or that was it last weekend?
No, I was gonna go. You know who actually did go? Who went and saw Meltbox more recently than I have? Tina.
Were you, were you not with her?
No, Tina.
She went on the solo adventure.
Tina was driving home and stopped by. It just randomly was they were in our neighborhood and she saw the truck and was like, I wonder if I know the guy in the truck, and she did know it was it was Michael, the owner. If you follow him on social media, it's
you'll see his pretty face.
He's been doing a lot of TikToks lately. So but yeah, he was on the truck and Tina was like, yo, and he was working a private event. So she's like, can I pay you for this scoop that he gave her? And he's like, I literally don't have my cash register. So she got free scoop. I think she ended up Venmoing him anyways, but
that's funny.
But yeah, Mailbox A City, open now in the district. I think that's it. Liking, commenting, subscribing. Patreon.
Hit the bell, obviously.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think that helps.
Smash that bell.
Yeah, but yeah, comment your favorite useless superpower. But let's get into it.
Yep.
Let's do the Chiefs over-unders, Owen.
Okay. Start off with Chiefs content like normal.
Yes, so I'm going to start you off. I'll give you the over-under on the totals.
Okay.
And we'll talk about why we think it might go up or down, and then we'll give our guess.
Okay.
So, first one. Passing yards. I do want to make sure this is up. Okay. Passing yards. Last year, the Chiefs had 3,780 passing yards.
Higher, Bob.
Up?
For sure.
You think?
Yes.
It's
judging from the draft picks, the O-line's going to get better.
Yeah.
And Rashee Rice is not going to be out the whole season.
Right. If Matt Nagy wasn't here, I would think it would go up. But since Matt Nagy's been here, I still don't think
it's Matt Nagy's fault.
It's gone consistently down, I'm pretty sure.
We had a turnstile on the left side of the O-line.
Yeah, that one certainly did not help. No, not a great situation there that last year.
As much as we gaslit ourselves into believing they had the left tackle position solved.
For all that can be said, I was on record saying I was worried about Joe Thuney at left guard. At left tackle. By the time we got to the Super Bowl, I said I wanted him.
That's true, but now that you've mentioned that, we don't have Joe Thuney at guard anymore. That is a little bit scary.
Right. It's probably going to be Kingsley Suamatia. Something to think about.
But that's the position he played in college.
That is also true.
He could be actually good then. And he's got a year to beef up. Those guys beef up.
Well, he played tackle also in college, but but I get what you're saying, yeah.
I still think passing yards go up. 3780 career low for Mahomes. I think you got to choose over here.
Yeah, so you bring back Hollywood Brown.
I just think Truman.
I think Juju's back.
Do you think he's going to have a worse year than his worst year? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but technically last year he had a worse year than his worst year.
Yes, but that was different. That was when his worst year is 4,100 yards. Eventually you're going to have.
Yeah, but there's a fair amount of the line's going to be fixed, and it's not necessarily.
But I also don't think we have enough running game to where the passing yards are going to go down.
True. Isaiah Pacheco stays healthy. Hopefully you have Kareem Hunt for the full year this year. You also have the new guy whose name
Brashard?
Brashard Smith. So there's a little bit of hope there as well.
We'll see.
We're going to talk about rushing yards next.
But yeah, I think passing yards got to go up.
Passing yards got to go up.
Yep.
It's gotta?
I'd be willing to bet.
Man, Carson Wentz played that whole last game and he only had
you owe me $1, by the way.
He only had 118 yards. What did I get wrong?
Luther Burden. We did not draft him.
Oh, that's right. I do owe you $1. I'll send you the $1. Did you send me my $5?
I did.
Oh, damn.
I labeled it the dude guy's name.
You owe you the $1 then. I'll send that to you right now.
Yay.
But so I think we're both taking the over.
Yeah.
The number's 3780. I think they'll end up over
4,000. That's fine numbers.
Yeah, right.
That's fine, but I think Patrick Mahomes is better than that.
That's actually, Owen, that's almost as much as the Bears had last year. Famously, the Bears didn't throw for 4,000 yards.
Did they even throw for 3,500 yards last year?
I don't know. I don't want to look it up. It'll make me sad.
I'm going to look it up and make you sad.
Fair enough. But I think we are safe to go on the over for passing yards. I think that one's easy. I think I think every Chiefs fan. I personally don't ever want to pick against Mahomes on an over-under ever.
No, don't do it.
So
3,552 last year.
well, we had 3780. So
Yeah.
we outpaced only 200 yards.
Outpacing the Bears is not really something that you should be celebrating.
No, that should be the minimum.
Yeah, 20 yards a game ish.
Sure. All
Less
right.
than that.
Let's look at number 2.
No, that's around 20.
Rushing yards.
What do we have last year?
Chiefs had 1790 last year. More than you'd think, honestly. Let's see.
I'm going to go over on this one too, honestly. I think we complained about the running game a lot last year.
Man, how many Kareem Hunt started 8 games. How many yards do you think Kareem Hunt had?
He had like 960 something, right?
No, he's 728. Still
he
good.
had like 900 total yards. That's right.
Yeah, he had 728. Isaiah Pacheco had 310. Pat Mahomes right behind him, 307. Carson Steele more than you'd think, 183. Who do you think is our 5th leading rusher?
Travis Kelce?
No, this one's a sneaky one. He had a bunch.
Oh, is it Xavier Worthy?
It is Xavier Worthy at 104. Samaje Perine had 92. McCole Hardman had 62. Chris Oladokin had 5.
We let him run a ball?
When did that happen? I guess.
We let him.
Yeah. Travis Kelce had 1 rushing yard. Rishi Rice had 1 rushing yard.
Shout out Chris, man.
Jaden Hicks had 1 rushing yard.
Why did?
That must have been a fake punt.
Maybe.
What was Chris? Well, all right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Man, what a stat. You know what? I'm going to pull it up. I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
Please do.
I'm going to have to pull it up. So you're saying more, though?
Yes. I believe the Chiefs will return to having a 1,000-yard rusher, which is kind of the baseline for a running attack. Because I think the Chiefs' O-line is getting better, so I think number go up.
He must have got in against the...
Oh, he would have got in against Denver.
Yeah, he did get in against Denver.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is.
So here's hilarious. One attempt, 5 yards. He also got sacked once for 5 yards. And fumbled.
Yeah, it was.
But it was not lost. But he also didn't recover it.
Yeah, O-lineman jumped on it.
So he had 5 offensive snaps. He rushed for 5 yards, lost 5 yards on a sack, and fumbled.
No completed passes?
No completed passes.
Damn.
Not even an attempt.
Still better than Carson Wentz.
I don't think that's true, but Carson Wentz gone. So, rushing yards 1790. I think we're going to be under this.
Truman, I think just number go up. Offense is going to be better with a better O-line. Number go up.
I think the rushing offense was better than in years past. I think that's where I'm like trying to find where you're like, well, yeah, number goes up, but it's like, well, so let's see what they had in 2023.
Probably had 2,000 total.
You think they had 2,000 rushing yards total?
Yes.
No, they had 1,784. They had less rushing yards the year before.
6 yards.
Yeah, it went up 6 yards. As I'm saying, they're just kind of at this number.
I
would say they had a great rushing year that year.
Isaiah
Pacheco had a great year that year, where you're like he was going to hit 1,000 yards if they wouldn't have just sat him on that last one.
I think number go up.
On 2022, one more time. Rushing yards 1970.
See, there you go. Number go up.
Who do we have that? Well, we still had Clyde and Jerick McKinnon.
Yep.
And Ronald Jones the second. Man, what a year! That was a good year. Obviously, I mean that team won a Super Bowl, but
yeah, number go up.
I think number. You know what? You're almost convincing me. Just because we have Brashard
I just
Smith
think that the offense
and Kareem Hunt and Elijah Mitchell,
the offense
and
got
Isaiah Pacheco.
worse 2 years in a row. I don't think it's going to get worse than what it is right now. I think that with the passing game open back up, that opens up the running game for play action and stuff.
I think I'd rather see him lean more on the passing game.
Yes,
That's the other flip side. Is even if they have a great passing game, sure, that makes running the ball easier. But it doesn't. It also, if you have a good passing game, it simply just means you're running the ball less. Also, I think they've been a run first offense. I'm going down. I'm going less.
Okay.
You're going higher. I'm going lower. All right. Next one is points scored, 385. I think they go up.
Yeah, up. I'm going to choose up on all the offensive numbers. I think the offense is just overall going to be better. I liked the draft picks they made.
Yeah, in points this year, they ranked 15th in the league.
Yeah, just average.
I don't think this is going to be a league average offense again. I I don't think Patrick Mahomes will stand for that, quite simply.
Nope.
So I'm with you there. Defensive yards allowed, 37-20.
Okay, so key defensive departures.
That ranked 9th in the league, for example.
Fuck. I think. I don't know. I'd
you
say
lose-
they allow more yards.
You
this
lose
year.
Justin Reed.
They're going to score more, and they lost Justin Reed.
You let.
So I think that yards allowed is going to go up.
I feel like there's somebody else important that walked that we're forgetting. No, I guess he just lost a couple random guys on the D line. I feel like he got better at the corner position.
Yep.
I think we also got Mike Edwards. I think we see Jaden Hicks and Brian Cook continue to take those steps forward.
Yeah, Edwards is going to be a glue guy. He's not going to really play too much. He's going to be the veteran.
Right, you'd hope not. But also Chris Rowland Wallace showed flashes at corner when he had to. So seeing him back at safety might be nice. Shamari Connor still should be healthy again.
Yep.
I don't see a reason this team regresses. And yards was 9th.
I think eye test, they're going to improve, but literal just yards allowed, because I think the offense is going to do better. The other team's going to have the ball more, and they're just going to, by proxy, give up more yards.
Well, if you think they're going to run the ball more, it's going to be more ball control offense, though. If you think they're going to rush for more yards.
Yeah, but I just think that with the offense being better, like the deep ball is going to be there. We're just going to score more points, and we'll be kicking off to the other team more.
Interesting.
I think there'll be a lot more like 25-yard drives,
Gotcha. So you're going just defense allows more because of volume.
Yeah.
I'll take you. I'll go with you on that one. Sorry. I didn't push this along like you should.
You said, and this was defensive yards allowed? Yeah.
Yeah. Did we do points scored? We did do points scored, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah, this is defensive yards allowed, so interesting. Okay.
I just think a little bit more, yeah.
I think I'm going to support you on that one. I think I'm going over on that as well.
Because a lot of those really good offenses of the Patriots, who had a great defense, they were like middle of the pack in yards allowed. That's just because
Sorry for pumping the mic.
Tom and them kept scoring.
Yeah. Next one up is points allowed.
Less.
Yeah. You think they're going to allow less points?
I think the defense has got better.
I think the defense got better. I also, though, believe so. They allowed 326, which ranked 4th in the league. Well, so I'm going to go that they're going to allow more points because I think unless you're the number one defense and you're like I feel like there's always one defense that allows like 30 less points than everybody else. And then I think defenses like 1 through 8, it kind of gets a little random on just like garbage time points.
Well, and whether or not you played week 18, like
right.
the Chiefs points allowed plus 38,
yeah, 38 on last week. Yeah. So I mean it's like I don't know if I truly believe that. Although if we are in a dogfight till the end, it could be, that
we're gonna have the division wrapped up in November, man.
But also, the defense had to win a lot of games for the Chiefs last year too.
Oakland got worse. The Broncos.
Oakland got a real quarterback, and they got Ashton Genty, and they got Pete Carroll, and it's hard for them to get worse from where they were. It's hard for them to get worse from where they were. They kept Max Crosby. I feel fine about. I think Raiders got a little bit better. I think Denver.
Yeah, they got better like the Bears got better. So they're going to improve from 5 wins to 8 wins.
I think Denver will be the same team that we saw. I think the Chargers could move up to how Denver was.
If man.
Yes, right.
They won the Super Bowl, right? In the offseason?
Yes. No, I don't even think they're offseason champs this year. The Bears are offseason champs, Owen.
Yeah, of course.
Points allowed. I'm going more.
I'm going less. I think the defense is better.
That's fair. Interceptions 4.
Up for sure.
I'm going higher. Yes. Especially with the addition of Noel Williams from
Dude, he looks gangly. I like a gangly corner.
He's sticky. He's not super fast, but I think that puts him in an even better position to get more interceptions.
You know what he looks like to me? Like in terms of like body shape, build? Like Josh Norman. It's like a long guy.
Yeah. Well, quite simply, I think old Trey McDuffie maybe took the lid off. He took the lid off that. Took the lid off the rim. He's going to see a couple more go in.
I also just think that
maybe see Trent McDuffie.
I also just think that Trent McDuffie's just been sticky and he just hasn't been thrown at.
Yeah, that's why I'm like this guy's a little slower, which means that he has had more interceptions. And I think that if you are a little slower, you're more likely to get thrown at. So maybe he just gets into a better position.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interceptions 4. I'm down. I'm up for that going to up.
Yeah, I'm going up.
Drafted a corner with ball skills. I think Trent McDuffie goes up. I think.
And you had a lot of young guys playing snaps
I
last year.
don't think Justin Reed was like a huge interceptions guy. I feel like Brian Cook and
He had a
Hicks
couple for
are
sure, but I
just a
think he
little
was more of a, like a tip interception guy.
Got a better coverage linebacker too.
Mm-hmm.
Could lead to 2 or 3 more there. I'll go over 13. I'm with you there. Wins. Chiefs won 15 games last year.
It's gonna be lower. I think
you have to go lower. I think it is an incredibly hard feat to win 15 games. I think if I have to pick one way or the other, I would go lower. I would be shocked if this team wins 15 again. But every year you play the first place schedule, this keeps happening.
I'm going to pick 13-4 each year until I see a god team like the Patriots built for their 19-1 run. Like until I see a team that has no flaws at all, I'm gonna expect them to lose.
I'm gonna have to see them blow somebody out when the starters play in the preseason for me to feel great about them. I'm gonna have to see Kingsley at left guard and Jalen Moore at left tackle.
Well, that's one thing. We'll probably see a lot of Kingsley in the preseason. He'll probably stay in for a half.
Yeah, in every game, yeah, for sure. But yeah, wins. I think I'm going under with you. Yeah. Under 15.
15 is a lot.
And 15 again. It's kind of random to get 15. Hell, the Chiefs should have lost 2 of those games. They should have lost to Denver.
NFL fans would say a lot more than 2.
Quite simply, they should have lost to Denver.
They also could have easily lost to Tampa if they lose the coin toss.
Yep, they could have lost to the Ravens if Isaiah Likely's heel is in. They could have done if we're the other side of the if man. We're that all the other quarterbacks whose ifs don't work out. The ifs work out for us every single time.
I would like to remind the listener that that one of the reasons why the Chiefs win so many of those quote 50-50 games is because Patrick Mahomes is so good in those scenarios that they force the other team to make mistakes. Oh, 100%. They could have easily lost to Denver when we blocked that kick. That was crazy.
Right, that's what I
was. Blocked!
Yeah.
I remember the bar that we were in, we didn't really celebrate. We just all of us just laughed.
No, I will say that we celebrated, I think. I think everybody went kind of crazy. I think because we were just like, God damn it,
no
dude,
fucking way.
Broncos. Like, because we were still, I think, undefeated at that point,
yes,
right? And
yes.
we were like, God damn it,
no fucking way.
Broncos. It's like, all right, whatever. Happens every year, whatever. And then that happens, you're just like, oh my God.
I was like, no fucking way. I remember not celebrating too much because I believe that both our 2 friends that were there, that were fans of other teams, I believe both of their teams lost that week.
Yeah. Well, also, I had a coworker who works in our Springfield office, drove all the way up, bought my other coworkers like season tickets, and went to the game. It was a Denver fan. He drove all the way up, bought tickets to go see that game.
In Denver?
No.
Oh, no, I guess I was in Arrowhead, right?
Yeah, to watch the fucking Chiefs block the kick and go off.
Oh, your coworker's a Denver fan.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Is he one of those coworkers that doesn't really know ball, so he talks a bunch of shit the week of?
No.
Because I found that the more you know, the less shit you talk week of games.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
If you know ball, you'll be like, yo, you guys are going down this week, and that'll be it. But if you don't know ball, they'll be like, hey, you ready for my team next week? We beating that ass.
Yeah, anytime anybody's too loud, I'm like, you don't know ball. We had an Eagles fan. Listen, did the Eagles butt fuck us in the Super Bowl? For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, hold on.
M2 also, was 2.
Did they butt fuck us in the Super Bowl? Sure.
Yeah.
But
that sucked.
Also, to be that no way. Everybody was like, coin toss. Kind of a coin toss. Could go a lot of ways. Nobody knows. The fact that somebody was like, oh, yeah, dude, we're going to win by 40. It's like, no, you shut up, dude. But that pretty much does it for the Chiefs. So, under on wins, we think they're going to go. So, let's rapid fire. You think higher on passing yards? I think higher on passing yards as well. Rushing yards, I'm going under. You're going over. Points scored, I think we're both going over.
Yeah.
Defensive yards allowed. You went.
I went higher. I think they're going to allow more yards this year.
And I think I agreed on points allowed. You said under, and I went over.
Yeah.
Interceptions 4.
We both went over.
We went a bit off. Yeah, both went over.
And
wins,
less.
we both went under.
Yeah.
It's hard to win 15 games, quite simply. So let's do it for the Royals.
Yep, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, this one. I mean, so the Royals. Let's recap the week real quick. They're up to 19-16 now.
Yep.
Well, they had a 5-2 or 4-2 week since we last saw them, I think.
Yeah, they won 2 straight series, winning 2 games, losing 1. They lost one to the Astros, then won the second 2, and then they
The Astros?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was the Rays?
Oh, I guess that was last week.
Did we sweep the Rays too? Oh, the Royals are winning right now, by the way. They're playing
I know.
Chicago White Sox.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah, they're in the top of the ninth right now. Oh, it's in KC too.
Yep.
Man, you feel bad for the White Sox just a little bit, don't you?
No. 120 losses. 120 losses. 120 losses. Whoa.
Yeah, they did play the Rays. Did they lose a game to the Rays? No, swept the Rays. They did lose one game to the Astros on Sunday, but we already knew that. So they swept the Rays and then lost one game to Baltimore. So they were 5-1 since we've seen them last.
Yep.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And they're about to win another one as we talk. So by the time you guys
And they
hear
also,
this episode, they could be 7-1.
Last game, we set a franchise record for home runs in a game. They hit 7 home runs in a game.
That was the weirdest breakout, and a bunch of them were solo.
Well, it was also weird because the Rockies were also hitting home runs.
Orioles.
Sorry, the Orioles were also hitting a bunch
I
of
know.
home
I
runs.
was like, oh my God, we're going to, because I think I even tweeted out, even when it was like 5-5, but 8 of the runs have been scored on home runs. I think I tweeted something. I was like, what's in the water in Baltimore today?
Yeah, it was weird.
And then the Royals hit 3 more after that, and I think the Orioles hit 2 more after that.
Yeah, it was like 11-7.
Yeah. So, but a great week for the Royals. Listen, beating bad teams. Beating the Rays. The Rays were mid. They were 14-14 to sweep them.
Yeah.
That felt good. And then to go to the Orioles place and go 2-1 on them.
They're just doing the opposite of the thing that we've seen for a long time, which is in the ace game when the two best pitchers on each team go head to head. The Royals lose that game 0-2 all the time.
Yeah.
And this time they've been winning that game 2-0.
Right.
And we talk about this all the time. Winning the series you should win because you're never gonna sweep. Like bad teams are still gonna get wins,
Right.
Like the terrible White Sox team still got 40 wins.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is not a lot in the course of a season, but that means in a 3 or 4 game series they're gonna probably take one.
Yeah. Reagan's struck out 11, but only went 5 innings. Man, Reagan's is weird like that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Royals bullpen's so much better than last year, which was not a very hard bar to climb.
Yeah.
But they've done it, seemingly.
I do think Bobby Witt Jr.'s hitting streak did end.
It did, yes.
Sad. But he did have 2 hits tonight, so he's
it ended in that loss in Baltimore.
yeah, he's still doing all right there. He's still doing fine, just fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Royals look good. I think they are better than last year.
They look fine. They're playing bad teams. They're right now they're playing bad teams and beating them, and then they'll play good teams and they'll lose.
Well, we went
and
88 games last year.
86.
Oh, yeah, I think. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So let's do the Royals over-unders now.
Yep.
Runs scored. Last year, the Royals scored 735 runs. I want to tell you this number is going to be close again this year.
I think it'll be lower, but man, that's close. Like 5 runs and a win, and then
I will tell you, because we're this deep in the season, let me give you how many runs they've scored. So they've played 35 games.
Yeah.
This is all going to be pre
almost
this
1/5.
game today.
Almost 1/5 of the way through.
Yeah, 35 games. Yeah, they're at about the 20% mark, right? Yeah, you're saying. They have scored 120 runs.
Oh my Lord, it's like right on pace.
That times 5 is 600 runs.
Yeah, so
that's pretty bad.
So they're at 750 plus 600 to get to their season total. So they're right around what they got last year. What did they get last year?
No. We're 1/5 of the way through the season.
Yeah.
No, we're 1/6 of the way through the season.
1/5.
162 games. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, they're 1/5 of the way through the season. So it's just 120 times 5. You added in another 120. No. They're on pace for 600 runs right now.
I think it's lower. I think this is a worse offense than last year.
I do think, I think somehow we thought that last year's offense, although, God, this is the worst hitting team in baseball. And I think we're going to answer some of these other questions different ways where I don't think that it would be consistent for us to say that if we think they're going to end up above 500, this can't continue to be the worst offense in baseball.
Right.
Because I think that's what happened that last year was that we started off pretty anemic and then we heated up again. I'm going to go over just because I do think this is a better lineup than last year.
Yeah.
Listen, we did send down MJ Melendez, and where MJ Melendez doesn't immediately affect the team and make them better on a 9-person team,
right,
a 9-person lineup, I do think he does over the course of a season adding 20 more runs or 30 more runs in that spot is simply better.
Yeah.
Which helps you push it higher. I'm going higher on runs scored for the Royals, even though they have started off.
I think it'll be
slow.
lower. I think this team is a better batting team, but not as good of a scoring team. I think they're going to hit like less home runs.
That was the other thing about the team last year is that they were really good, the terrible averages, but really good with runners in scoring position, which was funny.
Right.
They just kind of.
I think this team will just be better at batting, but which it's kind of an oxymoron, but I don't know. I think what you've been saying about this offense being worse for like the last couple weeks, I've been really watching it. It's been like 3-0, 2-0, 5-2 wins. I'm like, that is not as nearly as explosive as last year. Mm-hmm. But I also think the team got amped up and locked in when their pitchers gave up 6 runs and like, okay, we got to get 7.
The rotation has also been better this year, and the bullpen is much improved. So that's been it's funny that they don't have to do it, but also it's going to be I don't think this team's winning the World Series, quite simply.
No,
but
I don't think so.
They're going to have to figure out some
we could see
some hitting.
Right.
Let's go home runs hit for the Royals. Last year, 170.
So 1 per game?
1 per game.
I'm going to go higher. So far,
again, we are at the 1/5 mark. They've hit 25, so they're on pace.
Okay, so they've actually really hit 19 outside of the one. I mean, they've hit 18 outside of the one game where they hit 7.
Yeah. So they're on pace for 125, even with that 7 home run game.
And how much we hit last year?
170.
Oh.
I think it's under.
Well, after we can hit bomb 7 times in Baltimore, give me the over. But this team just... Yeah, give me the over. I'm being optimistic here.
Vinny has regressed, which has not helped. He could figure it out. He's just slumping. And Sal hasn't got hot. Sal had a really hot start to the beginning of the year.
We just need every game to be a doubleheader, and then Salvi just smashes.
Yeah, what's Salvi hitting right now?
I think he's like 250.
238.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd like him closer to that 260 mark. So
he'll get there.
Salvador Perez also will have those random weeks where he'll hit 5, and you're like, God damn.
Yeah, a 4 out of 5 game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Salvador Perez is a veteran who gets the longest leash possible because of how consistent he's been over his entire career.
Yeah. So I'm going more runs scored, but less home runs hit.
The only player I think I've seen in my lifetime that's been as consistent as him has been like Yadier Molina.
Fair.
Which is the conversation that Salvador is in. So
yeah. What was your answer on this one?
I'm just randomly optimistic. More
home runs. All right. Less runs scored, but more home runs.
We're gonna mash for no reason, but not score so many runs.
Very interesting. Okay, next one is runs allowed.
Way lower. This pitching department is so much better.
To be fair, it was pretty good pitching rotation or pitching department last year. 644 is how many runs they allowed last year, which is pretty good. I mean, if you average that
3
out,
to 4 runs per game.
What is it? What did I say? 644 divided by 162 is just under 4 runs per game.
I think they'll be better. They've been blanking teams.
This year, they're at the 35 game mark, they've allowed 119 runs.
And the Royals win 13-2.
119 runs at the 35 game mark, which is a better pace. They're at 3.4, which also technically now it's 119 at the 36 game mark, which puts them at 3.3 runs per game. I do not think they keep up that pace, but I think this bullpen is better, and I think the rotation is stronger as well.
I also think that Cleveland is worse, and they've always been a bogey team for us. Chicago's still terrible, but Detroit and Cleveland have swap spots.
Yeah.
I think Detroit's winning this division. I think they look like the best team. I think Royals can get second instead of third this time.
Right. I'm trying to figure. I haven't looked at the standings in a bit. I know Detroit's leading the standings, right?
Yeah, they beat the shit out of somebody on Sunday. I don't know if they've played today yet.
But Cleveland's right there also. Cleveland's a game and a half. They're a game ahead of us.
Can we just scout Cleveland's entire management structure?
It's just funny that
they're one of the best front office in sports.
The Royals are just doing that thing with the Cleveland and Minnesota this year again, where we own the Twins own Cleveland, and we get owned by Cleveland.
Cleveland is so annoying. They don't go away. They're always in the playoffs.
Yeah, they've really had a solid last 10 years.
10 years.
Since the Royals won the World Series, they've been really all right, honestly, which is crazy. So
They're so annoying as a rival team.
Yeah.
Because there's just enough of their fans in the city to piss me off.
Right. I agree. Yeah. Runs allowed, though. I think this Royals bullpen, I think the bullpen was really bad last year. It would sometimes just implode. And I think
Now they're okay to good.
Yeah, and I think we also know the Royals rotation was good enough that they've got to that place where because Brady Singer was good, but would have those games where he'd only get 5 innings or 4 innings.
Yeah, he randomly give up 5 runs in 3 innings.
He would pitch 100 pitches in 5 innings. You're like, well, god damn it, Brady.
Yeah.
Then we got to put the fucking bullpen in, and then the bullpen would explode. I think also this bullpen's got 3 or 4 guys. Now that we have Urseg, we have a solid Urseg in the 8th spot.
Yep.
He can be the Wade Davis. We have Estevez closing it now, which has been great.
Yeah.
And then 7, we've got good options at 7.
Yeah.
And then we've got all right options at 6. So now we can do those 5
inning games. You've got those Danny Duffy when he was in the bullpen type guys that are like starter-ish that can go for like 3 innings if, your actual starter had a bad.
Zerpa's looked a little bit better. Lynch has looked pretty fucking good too.
Yes.
Urseg didn't even pitch tonight. Actually, Cruz. I don't even know who the hell Cruz is. Steven Cruz. Welcome to the fucking league, buddy. He pitched in 2 games, but he pitched today. Also, the Royals had we had the random guy kid start for us, go 6.1 or 6 1/3 innings and scoreless, and he gave up. And he was hitless through 6, which is crazy. So, good for him. I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah, baseball's been interesting. I've been enjoying following along.
Yeah, it's been a good team. It's been a fun team to watch. So, runs allowed lower though.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt WAR. Bobby, he almost had a 10 WAR season.
It's got to be lower.
It's got to be lower. I'm sorry.
Surely, yeah, it's got to be lower. Just go lower, move on. That was 10 is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, he finished 2nd in MVP.
Should have won.
He got a gold glove. He got a silver slugger. I don't think you could expect that to happen every year, but I think it's just fun to have talked about it. Yeah, no, he did have a 10 WAR season. He had 9.2 on the offense, 1.2 on defensive WAR. So yeah, a 10.4 WAR season. You're probably not going to do that every year.
Or ever again.
Right. Well.
What's he at right now?
2.4?
Defensive WAR?
No, 2.4 WAR in general.
Oh.
Well, times 5.
I guess that adds up throughout the season, doesn't it?
Yep. Puts you over 11.
Surely not.
No, surely not. He just finished up his 22 game hit streak, which obviously that probably
You know what? Fuck it, Truman. Higher.
Well, I guess, hold on.
He's having a better season.
So I'm seeing his WAR. It's weird. His offensive WAR is broken out as 9.2. His defensive WAR is broken out as 1.2 last year. But his WAR overall is broken out as 9.4. So do with that what you will. But his WAR right now is 2.1. Broken down. So.
Fuck it. Give me higher. Give me a Bobbert Whitterford season, dude.
I'm going lower.
Because you're a rational human being.
Yes, but we quite simply might have Patrick Mahomes again just in baseball. Or we might have Bobby Wood Jr. in football, as you might say. We are a blessed city right now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the Mavs are doing well.
The Kansas City Mavs?
The Mavericks?
Again? Are they doing good again?
Yeah.
They went to the championship last year. Lost, but sucks. But
womp womp.
But they like dick slapped teams. They cruised through the playoffs.
They're pretty good.
Or they're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
Is it playoff season?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't know they're already in the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
They're winning right now in the playoffs.
Yeah. They're good.
I didn't see the standing. How'd they finish up in the...
I have no clue.
You're worthless. Oh, here, let me check the standings. Oh, they were top in the league again.
They're blessed.
Not as much as they were last year.
See, this is the cycle of Kansas City sports. One of our teams has to suck.
They were top.
Right now it's Sporting.
They were top of the conference. The Western Conference had 2 teams that they did not win the President's Cup trophy or whatever.
You don't want to do that anyway.
No, right. That's always the curse. I think they won it last year. So that was, hold on, wait. I can tell you actually real quick. They've got it right here. Did they win it last year? Last year they did win it. So you don't even want that this year.
Don't want that shit. All right, Bobby Witt WAR up because I'm crazy.
Yeah, you are crazy. That's fucking bonkers, dude. No way. There's just no way. But okay, fair enough.
What if though?
What if though? Bobby Witt Jr. up for Owen. I'm going under. And Owen, the final question. Royals, 86 wins, over or under?
I'm going over, man. This team is better. This is like your average Cleveland team.
This team is just getting
like,
more boring.
They're not.
They're getting better. They're getting worse at hitting and better at pitching, which is fine. If you're gonna get worse at hitting, you might as well get better at pitching. But it's fucking boring to watch. It sucks.
I'm betting the over right now for Royals wins. It's probably gonna be at 87, and I'm betting the over.
Let me see. I know you bet on bad apps, so let me pull it up on FanDuel real quick. Oh,
season wins easily.
You know what? Everybody say good job, Truman. FanDuel had uninstalled itself from my phone because I haven't been betting, because I haven't been watching enough sports to feel good about betting, because I've been wedding planning. Because I'm involved in the process.
Why can't I bet on Kansas City? It's not letting me bet on Kansas City specifically.
What?
I don't know.
God damn it. Let me just go. I'm not even gonna really bet this, so I just want to look at it. Win totals.
Maybe I can do it on MGM. ESPN Bet genuinely does not have it posted.
It's only showing it. Oh, you know why?
Because we're early enough into the season.
No, it's showing you teams that aren't playing right now. It's because the Royals just played, so they haven't reposted it.
Hurry up, odds makers! Fuck.
Because I assume you're seeing the same 12 teams I'm seeing, which is Braves, Orioles, Red Sox, Rockies, Tigers, Angels, Twins, Phillies, Rays, Rangers, Jays, which are teams that probably played early enough today or played or were off today, is probably why you're seeing that. So you can probably check it tomorrow.
To make the playoffs. Here we go. Royals, not listed. Yep. Yeah, you're looking at Angels, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Dodgers, Marlins, Orioles, Phillies, Pirates, Rangers, Rays, Red Sox, Rockies, Tigers, Twins, White Sox.
Yeah, it sounds pretty close.
Oh, they already have White Sox posted because they're not fucking making the playoffs.
Yeah,
they'll accept
for the playoffs,
bets.
yeah, for sure.
They'll accept bets whenever. Yeah, okay, cool.
Over under wins. Hold on. Let me see if they'll give me a Vegas Insider. Hold on. They got it.
I bet it's at 88
odds,
and a half.
Odds listed.
88 and a half.
This was this morning. There's the NL. What the fuck? Show me the fucking.
Because it's 81 and 79.
Wait, they showed me the outright. Well, that's really fucking annoying.
88 and 76.
Okay, so they gave me the NL.
24.
Okay, let's just go AL West. No. What? No. God damn it.
Truman versus technology.
No, this is fucking annoying, dude. They gave me fucking They gave me the division winner odds for the AL, but the over/under win totals for the NL. It's like, give me the fucking. Okay, well.
I bet it's at 87 and a half. Win total for Royals.
Maybe. You know what? Let's look at somebody who has a similar record so we can move on and finish this up.
You don't have to find it.
No. I have to find somebody who can look similar. Fuck. Nobody's got a similar record to us in the NL. Well, so we're 5.56. So let's see. Anybody else like 5.56? There's 5.59. Let's see what the Phillies are odds. The Phillies odds were 91.5. So the Royals odds are probably like 89 or 88.5.
Yeah.
You'd bet the over on that.
Not on that one.
You're thinking they're going to win.
Bet the
you think they're going to win like 88 games?
Yes.
You know what? I'll go with you. I'll join you on the over. This team, they also have experience, which is nice.
88 games is like what? Because that'll be 88 and 74.
But we're drinking the Kool-Aid right now because the Royals have won 11 and 2. They're
14 games above 500 is a good goal for this team. 88 and 74 would put you at 162. So,
what are the Royals now since dropping MJ Melendez?
13 and 2.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they were 12 and 2.
We were, and then we won today.
Goddamn, 13 and 2 since dropping MJ Melendez. So
it turns out having someone who gets a hit less than 1/10 of the time is not good.
It doesn't matter.
He had 5 RBIs though. He had 5 RBIs.
Okay. All right. Thank you. But it's again,
Just let them figure it
it's
out
not
for the
just
third
MJ
year in a
Melendez.
row.
They've also played dog shit teams lately. So we're in a dog shit team.
All right, hold
slump
on.
right now.
Hold on.
So as for wins, I think we're both going over the 86 total from last year.
We're 13-2. So we were what? 7-14 with this fucker on the team. So let's see the quote good teams that we were playing. Well, damn, we started off with the Yankees and Tigers. That's not good.
Thank you.
MJ Melendez was batting .90 with 3 games against the Rockies, 3 games against the Astros.
I'm not here to defend MJ Melendez. He was ass. That is true. But I'm telling you, the Royals opened up their season against the Rangers, right?
No, the Yankees.
Oh, no, we opened up our season against the Guardians.
What?
Pretty sure.
I'm looking at our games.
No.
We opened up a season against the Yankees, April 14th.
What? No. We opened up our season against the Guardians on March 27th. What are you doing? What's happening?
Why the fuck is it not showing me all the games then?
I don't know. We played the Guardians, then we played the Brewers.
Bad.
Guardians?
They're fine.
Brewers? Both at 500 or above right now. We played the Orioles, who are bad. We played the Twins, who we randomly own. Then we played the Guardians again. We played the Yankees, the Tigers, and then we got into our bad stretch here. We're playing the Rockies. Listen, we played the Guardians twice. We played the Tigers and the Yankees. And now you're feeling a lot better about this team because they happen to send down MJ Melendez whenever they decide to play the Rockies, who are awful, the Astros twice, who are under 500.
The Rockies look like they might break the White Sox loss record.
The Astros, who are also under 500, twice. And we played the Rays, who are at 500. And then we played the Orioles again.
I'm just saying Drew Waters is my goat.
I'm sick of this guy. All right. That pretty much wraps it up for our sports talk. So we're going to do top 5 useless superpowers that you'd enjoy to have. Owen, you say you've already got your list ready to go.
I thought it was just useless superpowers. We had to enjoy these?
No, just top 5 useless superpowers.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, obviously, if it's top 5, you say you'd enjoy these, I imagine.
Sure. Number 5, you can talk to lice. Obviously, that's fucking useless. I don't know how many times you've had lice, but I've never had lice, so I would never use this superpower.
Okay.
So number 5. Number 4, haircuts are always middle of the road. They're not bad, but they're not good. That's your superpower.
Okay.
Your haircuts are always just fine. Number 3, we start getting into more useless superpowers.
Okay.
Number 3, you never get dust in your eye. So, like, you never have to, like, get something out of your eye. Nothing ever falls into your eye.
Okay.
Superpower, by the way.
Never get dust in your eye.
That's a superpower. Number 2, you never make crumbs. I think that's actually pretty awesome. You could, like, your keyboard would never have shit in it because you never make crumbs. Your car mats would never be dirty. Number 2, use a superpower. Never make crumbs. And the number 1 useless superpower, your trash bag never breaks.
Ooh, okay.
Because that shit sucks. You have the magical power to make sure your trash bag never breaks. I'm also extending that to no leaky trash either.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so perfect track.
Damn, that
trash
would be
bags.
kind of nice.
Yeah, so number 5.
I do hate when you get a fucking leaky trash
Oh,
bag
it's disgusting. The trash
You didn't
juice.
even know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you set it down because you're like, well, I got other things. I'm going to take it out here in a second. And you pick it up. You're like, oh, my.
It's almost better to have it be like a big line because it's so obvious than it have to be like the sporadic drops because you're like, where is it?
And you don't even notice it, and then you step in it with your socks.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Yeah, so number 5, you can talk to lice.
Oh, wait, hold on. Where's the... Ooh, I feel a little weird right now. Man, wait, I forgot to use my favorite when we were talking about the Royals. Hold on.
It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular.
There you go. Or we were talking about our pretty good pitchers.
And pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular.
What the fuck? Where is that audio from?
Did we not talk about this? Were you gone whenever I loaded those in?
No, yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, that was when the Dodgers visited the White House. And
my god!
He did that thing where he just starts to fucking
ramble.
You can tell he's got a script, and he just for whatever reason, doesn't read it
I
as
don't-
it should
I
be
don't-
read.
I don't
He
use the
gets fucking
script.
bored up there, and he just starts fucking.
It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular. And pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular.
Yeah, so you can talk to lice. Number 4, haircuts are always middle of the road.
Okay.
3, never get dust in your eye. Number 2, you never make crumbs. That's a strong contender for number 1. And number 1, your trash bags are perfect. No leaks or breakage.
Oh man, let me give you a suggestion. Instead of no dust ever gets in your eye, you can scratch your eye and it doesn't stay.
And
itchy.
it stops being itchy.
It stops being itchy.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that'll be my honorable mention. Honorable mention: scratching
Your eye
Actually,
and it stops being itchy.
You know what,
Hell
dude?
yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm putting that on my
That
list.
one's getting on your list.
That's going number 1 on my list. To be honest with you, I hate to spoil it, but that's going number 1.
You are a scratchy eye guy.
Yeah,
That's good.
scratches your eye, fixes it.
Scratching your eye actually fixes it. That's
Yeah.
actually great.
That's fucking goated. Okay. All right.
Number 5 on
And
your
then
list.
I'm gonna move. I'm actually moving my 1. I looked at my 1. It wasn't as good. This is now my honorable mention. Honorable mention. You can tell how ripe any fruit/vegetable is.
Oh, like how right?
Like at the store, you're like, or you pick up a cantaloupe. We were talking about this at work today, which made me think of it. You pick up a cantaloupe and you're like, perfect cantaloupe. And you
Ooh.
can walk away.
Dude, then you could actually eat honeydew melon.
Yeah, honeydews are hard. I love a good honeydew, but man, it's hard to get a good
Dude,
one.
if you get a good honeydew though, it's like a pear.
You got to get one and you got to put it in a bag. Let it get a
is
little soft.
Is that the strat?
Got to put it in the brown bag.
Kind of like a pear, you know? Like I was telling people this like actually yesterday. An apple does not have quite the ceiling of a pear,
Mm-hmm.
but it has a much higher floor. It's pretty easy to tell when an apple's ripe. It is not easy to tell when a pear is ripe. And so pears I think got a little bit higher ceiling, but the pear's got a way lower floor.
Both just hurt my teeth a little bit. I think I'd rather have you can slice an apple with an apple core a lot easier than you can do that to
But
a
also
pear.
if you want to ignore all that stuff, you can just buy canned pears. Canned pears are pretty good.
I think pears are a little overrated. I'm with that. I'm
A little overrated?
yeah, they're a little overrated.
I don't know
That's
about
right.
that.
I think the taste
All
of
right,
a
so
pear is
number
fine.
5, fruit judgment.
That's honorable mention.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
Actually, you know what? That one is number 5. Number 5 is how ripe a fruit is.
Okay.
This is my honorable mention now. Anytime you stick a USB in, you always get it right.
Oh,
First time. That's my honorable mention.
that is nice.
Yeah. Because, like, I've gotten better at that as I've gotten older, but at the same time, I still get it wrong sometimes. So,
The one behind the bed always sucks.
yeah, how about, like, anytime you go to blind plug something in, you actually fucking get it.
That's
Instead of that, it was that TikTok where it's just, like,
Oh, yeah.
the arm
Yeah,
reaching down.
yeah.
It just fucking
That's pretty
sticks it into the wall, and you hear it go, ding, like it turns on.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So number 5. So that's my honorable mention is always get the USB right or plug in right. Number 5 is you can tell how ripe any fruit/vegetable is. Number 4, you know the charge for any battery. I pick up my, and this has to be within reason. Like, again, I don't want this to become a useful superpower where you're like, I can tell that the sun is going to die, and
Right.
you know,
Lame.
like it's like you can pick up like your, listen,
Your AA
it's-
battery. And you're
as we do with a lot of these things, when people start asking, they're like, well, does this break the rules? If you think it probably breaks the rules, then yeah, it probably breaks the rules. Where it's like, oh, if it became useful, then it actually.
I can tell the security system is gonna run out of power at.
Right. Yeah, if you could get a job based on any of these, then you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, lame.
So there you go. Number 4, know the charge for any battery. Number 3, you know what any food is based on the smell. Like your Remy from Ratatouille.
Do I get the jazz swirls in my head too?
Dude, you know what? I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'm thinking of
Hell
the music
yeah.
right now. Number 2, man, both of mine are pretty specific to it's allergy season. Number 2, your nose never runs.
Oh,
Mm.
that's a contender.
Never having a runny nose.
That'd be so fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a great one.
That's my number 2. And number 1, we talked about it already. Scratching your eye actually makes it no longer itchy. Yep.
Wow.
Number 1, useless superpower.
That is just a transcendental.
Yep. So,
Like yeah, we go like oh
Yeah, you itch it and it's fixed. You're like, oh my god.
As a cat owner who's slightly allergic to cats, Truman, that'd be really useful for you.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody's a little allergic, but all right. So honorable mention: always get the USB right / plug on just blind plugging it in.
Yep.
Number 4, always tell how ripe any fruit or vegetable is. Dude,
Yep.
you'd be like killer at like Chipotle knowing about avocados. Number 4, know the charge for any battery.
Yeah, that's good.
Number 3, you know what a food is based on the smell.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, your nose never runs. And number 1, scratching your eye actually fixes how itchy it is.
Yeah.
Or itching your eye. I guess scratching your eye sounds bad.
Yeah,
itching your
we
eye.
know what you mean.
Yep.
Scratching your eye and it's still fucking itchy, dude.
Yep.
Hell no.
So that's it. Boom. Pop culture minute. Got any pop culture minutes?
We can laugh at my youngest brother here. As we said last week, they were staying up unless they, got a goal differential of like -6. They didn't. They're still up.
Oh.
But my brother, they lost a game 2-0 and they thought they were going down from that. And I'm like, no, they would have had to win the game and score 5-0 to relegate you guys. So they stayed up. I forgot how fucking loud that is.
And honestly, I meant to hit this one. But accidentally hitting loud incorrect buzzer is actually funnier. So funnier than anything I could have done.
So
there you go.
That's it.
It's a little jump scare.
Oh,
for
but
everybody.
when someone tells you about something that you're not invited to, and then you're like, oh shit, I wasn't invited to this?
No, never been that way.
Okay. Yes, it has, first of all. Second of all, my sister calls me. She goes, hey, Owen, are you going to Hayden's thing? I'm like, dude, what thing? And she's like, oh, there's
I feel a little weird right now.
And then I immediately figured it out because she goes, oh, yeah, it's Hayden's last day at Menorah thing because he used to work at Menorah Medical Center.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, so this is just like, Elise used to be a nurse at Menorah.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, so this is just a coworker thing. So clearly, like, I wasn't supposed to be invited, and I'm not. So I'm also not bummed because I'm not going to know anybody there because they're all going to be Hayden's coworkers.
Right.
So I call Hayden. I'm like, hey, I think Elise is confused. She just told me about this. And he's like, yeah, that's the case. I was like, that's what I thought. I didn't want to go anyway, but cool, bye.
Fair.
Because I actually didn't because fucking nerd shit was starting.
Yes. Owen's playing RuneScape right now. Owen, do not try to get Owen to do anything for the next another week, right? It'll go till Sunday.
Yeah, no, Saturday. Saturday. Okay. It ends Saturday at noon, and then we're gonna have the what we normally do is since our team's mainly made up of KC guys, we're gonna go to a bar and drink some beers
on Saturday night.
Yep, with the team.
Great.
It's fun.
Great.
You can come. Yeah, look at that.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait, yeah, sounds great.
Actually, I think we might be doing Mother's Day stuff.
Hey, by the way, Sunday. That's on Sunday.
Yeah, right. It's an early one. It's unfair. Father's Day should be first. I'll say it.
Why?
Because I feel like it's less pressure. Father's Day, like
that's because Mother's Day is first.
Yeah, but like
the second one would be less pressure.
But the stereotype, I think, for Father's Day is that like Father's Day, like dads go golf or like they go do stuff. My dad always wanted to do stuff, which is still cool. And, like, some dads do. But some dads are also, like, leave me alone. But also some dads, like, if you didn't buy him a gift, they'd be like, whatever.
My dad just likes to go to the lake.
I think it's a lot more, like, pressure on Mother's Day to get it right, get the gift right, and
not
forget it.
I think it's also because, the stereotype from the 60s, is man go to work, ignore my wife. This is the day that you have to pay attention to your wife.
I hate my wife.
Right. It's like
millennials, I hate my life.
This is the boomers, please love your wife day.
Right.
So I think our generation's like, oh, it's Mother's Day. I'll get my mom something because that's what we do.
Right.
But because it comes first, there's no one being like, oh, well, you forgot Mother's Day, so I'm not getting you anything for Father's Day kind of thing,
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, just remember to get your mom something nice. Get her some chocolate. My mom like Reese's stuff. I'll probably get her some Reese's.
Ooh. Oh, man. I had some of those eggs, Reese's eggs.
Ooh.
God, I love some. I didn't even get, like, the big ones. Like, I just had, like, the small ones that are, like, individually wrapped. And are, like,
the ones that you can
rounded.
one bite.
What?
Like 1 or 2 bite.
You could one bite them, yeah, but you really 2 bite them. And you bite them right in the middle where they're real soft.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, my God. Those are fucking... They were at work, dude. I fucking slammed... I probably housed 30 of those.
One more shout out to the Reese's Fast Break, one of the most underrated candy bars.
Fair. Pop culture minute. Islanders. Most important thing going on in hockey right now. Nothing else that I can think of. Nothing else more exciting than the Islanders getting the first pick in the lottery tonight.
The NBA and the NHL absolutely do not have the draft figured out. Have the stupid ass lottery, but the Islanders managed to win it from a.
But allows them to not tank. The Islanders had a 3.5% chance to win
and got it,
and they got it.
So if you see people under that, the Islanders announcing that they got the first overall pick, people are pissed. Yeah! People are like, have the Islanders ever had a bad day? And we're like, bro, we haven't had a good day since the fucking 80s.
Right. Yeah, we haven't had the day. You guys have had the day. We have not. So we'll see. Shout out the Stars. Stars won a pretty exciting Game 7. The Jets also won a pretty exciting
Unfortunately,
Game 7.
shout out to the Jets because our friend of the show, Sean, who's a Stars fan, was saying, hey, the Blues look like they're going to win. I want to try to get tickets to go see Stars Blues in St. Louis. I was like, oh, yeah, that could be cool. We could do that. But they fucking lost, and so I don't think we'll be going to Winnipeg.
No, probably not. But also shout out the Jets for being St. Louis.
Yeah, we like that.
Hey, shoot that guy.
Yeah, so I think that's it, though.
So I just have one thing to say to St. Louis.
Nice.
Fuck St. Louis, man.
Thanks, Owen. Good. Very mature. Wow, Owen.
Turn off Gloria.
Yeah, don't play Gloria. All right, shout out to patrons over there, patreon.com/showdisaster. Shout out Joe, Aaron, Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy, and Mailbox Kansas City now opening the Islanders. Shout out everybody who liked, commented, subscribed on YouTube. You were commenting what your useless superpower would be.
Yep.
Appreciate you listening on YouTube, watching on Spotify.
Yep.
Twitter.com/Owen Gosh Dahm, Twitter.com/Steam Machine, Twitch.tv/Steam Machine.
Appreciate you guys not noticing that I did not clip it perfectly on time last week. Again.
Hey, shoot that guy.
I did update it on my phone though, so only people who listen to it right at 6 a.m. notice.
The real ones.
Love you, bye.
See you.
100%.